There are a bunch of different designs for flammable gas leak detectors. Okay, here's one here and another one. This one runs on 12 volts and this one does also. Now inside there'll be a device that looks like this with a screen on it. That's your actual gas sensor. Okay, so they all look very similar. I'll open this one up and show it to you too, but they have different numbers on it. All you got to do is look at the numbers and order that particular one so that the circuitry will work properly for sensing. So make sure that you can read the numbers and you can order a part replacement for it. These things last, in my experience, 2 to 3 years. That's it, and they burn out. Actually, there's a little heater in there and it just burns out like any light bulb or anything else would. Eventually it just goes bad. Okay, here's the inside of the other one, and it uses a different numbered sensor. This one has a number on it, and I happen to have this one in stock, as it were, and I could easily replace this. So like I said, once I do, then you can count on it working for 2 to 3 years. You need to test them all the time. See the little brown area? You can tell where the heat was. This does get hot, and there's a coating on that device that I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think it senses the resistance between the component after it's warmed up, and when there's a flammable gas, it changes the resistance and notifies the circuit. So there you go. That's pretty much what that is. I'm going to get another one, replace it. This one I have on order, and we'll put a propane leak detector back in service. Okay, here's a close-up of that sensor, sort of close. And here's the new one. You can see the difference. Definitely burnt from heat, from being used. Doesn't mean that it's bad, just from being used. But there's the new sensor. This is a MQ4B style, and like I said, you can find them. They sell them, and they'll last a few years, like the original. But you also note it has 6 leads on it. That's pretty standard. I haven't come across any other ones, but ones with 6 connections. Anyway, I'm going to desolder and replace, and that'll make it function again. Okay, new one soldered in. No big deal. I believe, after breaking one open before, that you can put it in any which way as long as you put the 3 in a circle, semicircle. And you could put it this way or this way. But all I did was put the numbers in the same direction that they came from. Not a big deal. There you go. Now we got another leak detector ready to go. I could try it for you if you like. One of the best things I found to use for wires. Once you strip them back, you either got to solder them or twist them together and hope that a piece of wire doesn't stick out when you put it into a plug or something. Okay. Use wire ferrules, and you can get different size for different wires. You get a nice little kit. I think this is about a number 18 wire. Let's see if it fits. Yeah. Okay, I need a little bit more stripped back. And I'll do that and then put the ferrule on for you. Okay, I'll go ahead and put this on. And there we go. Now the wire's right at the edge there. Take your special crimpers. Okay, put it on here. And yeah, make sure your wire's in. And just crimp it. That's it. It's on there. There's no frayed wire sticking out. When you put it under a screw, it doesn't mess it up and flatten it out and break it off. This is the way to make a connection. That'll now go under a screw and stay that way. There you go. We'll tighten them down. We're done. Love this little kit. Okay, now I can plug in my little 12-volt power supply. I had those reversed. I had to check. They're in correctly now, I believe. And we're going to plug this in and see if we get a beep. There we go. Now it takes about 3 minutes for these to warm up. So I'll be back with you in 3 minutes. This particular brand will beep, a nice long beep, when it's done warming up. About 3 minutes. Okay, time for a propane test. Let me try to, there we go, that's better. I didn't have the gas flowing. It works pretty good now. Nice and sensitive. There we go. Now we got a propane leak sensor alarm ready to go. Now I would test this quite often, at least once a week for a while, then once a month maybe. But remember, you're dependent on this. There are adjustments inside of there. I don't know if it needs recalibrated. I figure if it passed my propane test, or butane actually, that we're doing okay. So I don't necessarily recommend you doing this, but in a time of need, grid down, whatever, nice to be able to repair stuff yourself. If you can't buy one, don't have one, whatever. So yeah, don't throw them away, just fix them. Good luck. You're on your own. Okay, here we have a MQ4. This is a flammable gas sensor. This is what's in one. Not much to look at, is it? Just a few hair-thin wires around a ceramic tube, which I believe gets hot and air passes by it and then it notices a change in resistance. So anyway, I thought you should see the inside of one of those. Now you know what it looks like.